Welcome to your weekend focus for December the 21st and 22nd, 2019. My name is Tilly. This is Tarot with Tilly, and thank you. Thank you truly for all the positive, loving, supportive energy you send my way each and every day. I truly do send it right back to you. So we have the 21st, the World card. Things coming to completions, things coming to an end, closing chapters of our life. And the 22nd is actually the Fool, because once we get to the World card, we start over again at the zero energy of the Fool. So it would be the 22nd card in the deck. To be reborn, renewed, lighter, freer, more childlike, ready to go on to the adventure, to pioneer in some way. Maybe pioneer your lifestyle, your routines, how you treat yourself. So it could be a very transformative weekend if we go to the numerology. We also have, I think Saturday is a 9. Yeah, 3, 3, and 3 would be a 9. So unlike, excuse me, I have a tickle. Unlike December 12th, where it was a 333 energy, but it was a 12, 12, 12 energy too. Now one of the numbers is a 21. So even though it does represent a 3, we come to the 3 a little bit differently. So it's not as fully charged as December 12th was. Still, it has a beautiful, strong charge of its own. 9 is the Hermit. To think it through, to understand the here and now, and to go forward, to make the plan, to have the vision of your tomorrow. And then we have the 1, right? And I think it's a 28 energy, which is a little different than the 19 that we usually get usually used in order to get there in the daily numerology. So we have a 28 energy. And 28 energy is to make a decision, to bring out your strength, to bring out your courage, to walk with integrity, of not expecting to have the successes instantly. We don't need that quick gratification. We can go long term before we look back and say, wow, I've come a far way. We don't need to see it right away. We don't need that instant gratification with the 28 energy. And it's a 1 energy. The Magician appears for us. So keep your thoughts positive and strong. You are worthy. You are courageous. I am. What is your I am phrase? I am courageous. I am loving. I am accepting. I am in balance. We won't even go down there. I do have a new moon affirmation video. And as we move towards the solar eclipse, this is a strong energy time to be doing new moon affirmations. And if you listen to it as a meditation, thank you for that. But, grab a piece of paper and a pen and write down a few things that you feel a balance with, that you would like to say on a regular basis, that you can relate to. And it's, 10 minutes, and it's just affirmation after affirmation after affirmation. So there's quite a few there for you to choose from. And start saying something. Start bringing that energy towards you. And when the Magician appears, it's a beautiful, beautiful energy in which to give affirmations. Because you are stating what you want going forward and acting like it is in the present today. We have the Sun moves into Capricorn, doesn't it, today? Or on Saturday. But I think in the latter part of the day, so we do have that last little burst of Sag energy as we go into the weekend, but we'll be leaving it with the Capricorn energy, which is much more grounded. It's about work, career, success, goals, prestige. And I believe as Saturday morning, as we open up our eyes, the moon will have moved into Scorpio. Wanting the truth. See what the cards have to say. Searching for the truth, gaining a stronger understanding. The Two of Pentacles. It's just not one decision, it seems. It's like we're making a whole bunch of different decisions in different areas of our life. So we are ready to move forward in different ways, and we're trying to figure out which would be the best. And so there's more than one way you can go right now that will bring you fulfillment, balance, happiness, joy. There's a ship coming in on both sides. There's a pentacle in each hand. But you're weighing them out. You're thinking them through. You're making a decision. And know, when the Two of Pentacles appear, so long as you make that decision in a grounded approach, and all the energy is supporting you right now in doing that, that you'll make the right one. We have the Knight of Pentacles. He's been busy these last couple of weeks. He's always out in a reading or two for the week at least. Telling us that we don't need anything. We have it all inside already. We're not wearing our armor. We don't have a weapon. We hold that pentacle out in front of us. We trust that horse to, it's kind of like leading us where we need to go. So we're giving up a little bit of control to a higher power, a bigger power than us, a larger power than we have. And so long as we do the action, so long as we go forward, so long as we take that step, so long as we remain in our true, authentic self while doing so, there's happiness and abundance and joy to be found. So stay a little bit flexible this weekend. Go with the flow a little bit. See what opens up to you. Know that you already have the magic within to take you leaps and bounds if you so desire. In any part of your life, whether it's relationships, groups, the community, home and family, maybe it's your health and well-being that you're really looking at right now. And know that you have what it takes. The Two of Pentacles says if you're thinking it, you can be successful going down that road. Absolutely, but you have to trust a little bit in a power higher than yourself, so having a faith, a belief, a hope, to know that you're being guided so long as you show up each and every day. The Ace of Swords, the aha moment, the epiphany. New thoughts, new perceptions, new ideas, new ways of looking at things, new understandings come in. And we have that eureka moment, we have that aha moment. Six of Pentacles, balance. There needs to be balance in relationships, in love, in finances. How do you give? To whom do you give? To what situations, events do you give? And how does it give back to you? Is it a two-way street? Is there a balance there? And it doesn't necessarily mean that that actual thing that you are giving your energy to pays you back, but it comes to you in other ways, perhaps. But there has to be a balance, so don't be walking anybody else's agenda. Unless it also fits with your agenda in some way, or it benefits you in some way, or it brings you in something. So there needs to be a balance. There needs to be, the six, it's almost like this isn't about relationships, but more so it's about your health and well-being, or maybe your routines. I get more of the number 6 energy for some reason. That keeps pulling me back instead of what this card really stands for. So, look at your routines, look at your health, your well-being. Where can you improve? Where can you give more to yourself? Where can you give more of yourself in that way? Find a harmony and a balance. So maybe your community efforts, paying it forward, smiling at people, doing those little things that matter, giving it out that way comes back to you tenfold. And look at your routines, and is it in balance? Are you with the right people? Are they like-minded? Do they raise you up? And the Ace of Pentacles, 2 aces in full moon energy. This eclipse is just going to really change some roads in your life. And something could come in this weekend to actually move you in the right place. When this card appears, it's like you get a little bit of a boost. Something happens that moves you a little closer to a goal, a dream, a desire. That makes you really sit up and think, can I do that if I wanted to? And this card is here to say, yes, you can. And we're going to give you support. We're going to give you help. And what do you need in order to succeed? What do you want? And the most amazing things can happen in your life. Things seemingly come out of nowhere that you were actually hoping for, you were actually wishing for. It could be finances. It could be somebody to help you with something. It could be where you couldn't afford something, but yet it ended up on your doorstep for half the cost or for free, perhaps. Maybe you're getting a new job and you want some new clothes, but you can't afford it. And all of a sudden, somebody shows up with a bag of clothes that they were cleaning out their closets, and you open up the bag and it's beautiful clothing. Perfect. Exactly what you wanted. Exactly what you needed. And maybe that came from paying it forward. Helping somebody out. Knowing that they wouldn't be able to repay you. Knowing that payment comes to you. And we don't do it for those reasons, but it will. It will just come to you. The Ace of Pentacles brings in some new, phenomenal, out of the blue kind of situation. Maybe it's just a couple of words you hear that just realigns your whole way of thinking or perceiving something. It sheds a whole new light on it tomorrow that you didn't even know could exist for you. So Pentacles is about, yes, your dollars, your finances, but also love and passion. So we start with 2 Pentacles. We end at 2 Pentacles. Talk about being grounded. Talk about, that's, I possess, I have. It's the body, too. It's your strength. It's your durability. And it's shining to move you forward in the right direction. And there's so much energy within the numerology, within the sky, within the cards telling us to make the plan, to believe it's possible, to expect the miracle in our life, perhaps, or the helping hand, or the support, or the straight line to walk. I heard a little story today, and I thought it was so fitting. So, plants, at least where I live, okay, they have to be hardy plants to survive the winters and survive the freezing. So, the perennials sometimes, So being a perennial plant, you can pick anything you want. You can pick the daisy if you want. That comes back every year if you have the right kinds. Um, but a plant is watching the last of its beautiful petals from its blossoms wither and die and fade away, and it noticed that its leaves were starting to dry out and there wasn't nutrients, and along comes these hands with a shovel and starts digging him or her out. And I don't want to mess it up, so I'm trying to think it through. And the plant is like, oh wow, I feel a little bit of like earth, or a little bit of um, oxygen, air coming to my roots, and it's cold, but it's making me feel alive again. And then it was kind of thrown in a little sack and was like, where am I? I'm in the dark. What's happening to me? And it peeks its head out of the sack and it sees the shovel filling it up with new dirt and compost. And it's like, oh, they're making a brand new meal for me. I'm going to be so enriched and full of vitamins and healthy and happy and nothing. And so eventually the little plant fell asleep and woke up the next year just kind of, wow, what's happening? Realizing it was in soil again. Realizing that it was starting to grow again, transform again. And I thought how fitting that is into our lives. Of sometimes we just like, the weight of it all. And sometimes it's just taking the time to think things through. Taking the time to take a deep breath. Taking the time to just be in the now. To put all those little problems to the side and look at the big picture. And look at you and your path and where you want to go. And when that solar eclipse hit, you're going to feel that energy just starting to burst inside of you. And you've spent your time developing a plan, a way forward, a path to follow, a goal that you're setting for yourself, a goal to succeed in. So I don't know who needed that little tangent, but it came out. I choose my unique path to joy. You choose it. Everything starts with a thought. So what are you choosing in your thoughts? Where's your focus? Over the last several weeks, your focus needs to be on your plan. And we're going to have a lot of energy going forward with the Sun in Capricorn that will want to make the plan, will want to set goals. That discipline and order is actually helping us to succeed, and we can tap into it. So know that even though you're not feeling the energy right now, you will feel the energy soon. Just like that little plant, just like that little perennial. You will feel the energy soon. And you'll be off to the races because you have taken the time to imagine your tomorrow. I choose my unique path to joy. What are you choosing? What are you desiring? Is it good health, strong relationships, groups of people, success in the workplace, stature in the community, spirituality? What are you seeing for your future? What are you imagining? What are you affirming? No one can create your experience, for no one can control where you direct your thought. On the path to your happiness, you will discover all you want to be, all you want to do, all you want to have. So at the end of the day, it's your decision. Nobody else's but your own. And Friday was all about making the decisions. Saturday comes into play and says we need to just tie up the loose ends. Get ready to move forward. Sunday comes in and says you're reborn. You feel energetic. You feel excited. You feel optimistic. You know you've got this. You don't need to know all the little details. They'll fill in on the way. And we'll get an animal card. Again, the Phoenix arrives. Take flight. Wow. That is a card that keeps reappearing and reappearing, doesn't it? That's a great card to have reappear and reappear. Newness, rebirth, change, and vividness. When once you have tasted flight, you will always walk the earth with your eyes turned skyward. For there you have been, and there you will always be. Phoenix is helping you shed your old ways in order to prepare you for a new life, one that you have been waiting for. You are on the verge of wonderful. You are. This is a time of rebirth in order to ready you for the next flight. Don't you just love how it all goes together each and every time? My goodness. You could be frightened, as you may have to let go of things and people from your old life, but the end result will be well worth it. You may be on the verge of a spiritual awareness. Your dreams, both in sleep and waking, will be more vivid than normal. You may actually be visited by those who have crossed over, and they will have messages to share with you on this next step within your life. When you feel a sense of hopelessness, know that you are not lost, but in a hanging pattern. Be open and receptive to the new horizons that stand ready and waiting. Go deep within and seek spiritual guidance through meditation, counseling, talking with friends, as this will help you see your world in a new light. You have a unique path. Trust and release your fears now. Align yourself with the knowing that all is well. Start a dream journal, keep it on your nightstand, and write down both your conscious and subconscious dreams. Know that you are being reborn. Know that new paths lay in wait. Get excited about it and start thinking about what you want it to actually look like. We have the Magician energy this weekend helping us to actually transform that into something tangible. Until we meet again, remember, I do love you.